Hi, My-Ngoc here. Today I'm going to show you how you can edit this New Year resolution planners by Carmen of Simply Couture Designs to make it your own. Okay, so when you first purchase and click on the link on her website, you will get this Canva template, and you just need to click on use templates and it'll open up with the planner template right here. And here's her term of use, which is on the second page, which confuses me because I keep forgetting there's a cover. So I'm going to move it up and we'll just go over very quickly what her term of use is. Basically, it says this Canva template comes with commercial use rights that you can sell this Canva template in your own shop to end users for personal use. And you cannot sell this template to another seller who then resells it to others. Okay, so she's just telling you that you can edit this template, this planner template, with your own colors, your own fonts, changing it up a little bit, adding your own elements, adding your graphic, taking away graphics, and just making it totally different from hers. She is providing you with a basic template, and if you want to use it and keep it the same as hers, you can. It's just you're only having the rights to sell it in your shop to your customer who will use it for personal use. And the second one just says you can't sell the template in your shop for your customer who will then resell it for commercial use. That's the first two things that she's stating. And then she's saying here that note that the right is released on the template design only. So it's only on the template design. So here's her design. She's designed it and she's used some free Canva elements media. Okay, so if you want to use her elements that she has here exactly how she has it, you have to follow Canva free media licensing terms. Okay, and Simply Couture Designs is not liable for any incorrect usage of Canva media in this template. And here's the license document from Canva, and here's where you can contact her for question. So her free media that she's using is this right here, the pattern, which if you click on I, tells you that it's free and it's created by this person. The Happy New Year, same thing, free. So everything is free, so that if you are buying this from her and you don't have Canva Pro elements, you know, you'll be able to use a template. So you won't be charged for anything. That's why she has it also, free elements. And also because free elements are allowed, at least from my licensing, and that's why this is where the license, you reading the license comes in. Now from my interpretation and from what I read and heard from other sellers is that you can use free elements, which are basically these, and let's say this, but not this. This one has a crown and it says free on it. I mean pro on it, right? It's a crown, it's a pro Canva element. You cannot use it in digital products. So if you're planning to sell this as a PDF, a PNG, or a JPEG to your buyer who will then download it and then print it themselves, they're not allowed to use pro elements. However, if you are physically going to make this planner and print it out yourself and then mail it out to your customer as a physical planner product where you are the only person printing it out and having access to your design, then Canva is saying yes, you may use the Canva Pro elements. Now, at least that's my understanding, so please read their licensing very carefully. So this is it, and that's her licensing. So I'm going to delete it, and we will be making, let's say, this lovely planner right here. So it's definitely totally different from hers, right? Because hers is very like a mid-century kind of a planner, and this is more like modern chic with the little gold glitter and the champagne glass. Okay, and that clipart is from, and I told you before, I believe is from Get Lit New Year Clipart by Tanya Cart. on Creative Fabrica. So if you want to use it and follow along, download it onto your computer and then upload it onto Canva so we can use it. So basically this is what we will be creating. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to open up a brand new a brand new Canva template. So what I did was I created a new design, and it's 8.5. It's modern chic planner, 8.5 by 11. Okay, so when you do that, you have this blank, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to upload. I'm setting the background first. I'm creating my background, and then I will take over the template that Carmen has over here. I find it to be a lot easier and quicker to do. So what I'm going to do is there's a texture section of that get lit your clip art. So I'm clicking this texture and I'm going to just position it here. And what I can do is I can expand it out maybe, or I can just make it a little smaller, and then I can move it around like this. Okay, I can move here like that. Let's see. Okay, and this will be the background. So then I'm going to my gallery view, and I'm going to Command C, Command V, which is copy and paste, and I'm going to select them all, and I'm going to Command C, Command V. So now I have 12 pages, and these are my background. Okay, I'm going to go to the first page again, click on it, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going back to Carmen's Carmen's design right here, and I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it onto here. So you can do copy and paste. Okay, so if you want to use the same thing you can, but we're not doing that. I should have just copied the background, the arches, and now I can change this into a different color if I like to, which I am not really, I shouldn't be using it, because first I should be getting my clip art that I want to use, and I wanted to use this, right? Because I'm trying to match the color to my graphics. So I have this lovely hand holding up a champagne glass here with all these fireworks, and it says Happy New Year. So now I can change the art and make it the same color as this lavender right here on the champagne glass, and I'm going to make it a little bit thicker, so border weight is thicker so you can really see it. And then I'm going to just put in a text heading that says 2023, and I'm going to change it to the one that I uploaded from Creative Fabrica. Okay, and I'm going to put it right here. I'm just going to keep it black because it just looks nice and elegant that way. Okay, and now our first page is done. Okay, you can move this over a little bit and add it like this if you want to make it bigger, like that, if you want to do that. Okay, and then the second page we can always do is we go here, same thing, we're just going to copy. Let's see if this is locked, so we're going to unlock it, and we're going to copy this and we're going back to here to our background and paste. And now I am just going to simply do go out please, hello. Sometimes it doesn't do what you want. I'm going to highlight the words, and then I'm going to just match it to my let's see, I'm going to take the champagne glass right here. I'll take this champagne, no, not this one, because I need the purple. I'm going to take this one, the same one as we used for the cover, and I'm going to drag it down here. Okay, and the moment you do that, you get the colors, because say document colors. So I put the graphics and it picked up the purple that's in there, and it picks up the gray, or I'm going to do it black. And then you have also the kind of like a yellow, but let me see if I can, sometimes it doesn't pick it up very well, so I'm just going to do that. And then the platter, and I'm going to have it purple again, or lavender. Okay, so that's how you change it, and you can change this into lavender. And then I don't know why, but it's not so centered, so I'm going to center it. And you can also change this and make it into maybe a this color. Okay, let's see if we can change all the orange to that color. So now you have it like that. It's a little bit light, but you can also, this is a box, you can actually also change this into a lavender if you like, or this color, or maybe a gray, but though that's horribly bad. Okay, but the point is you can change it into a different color, and then you can change these now into like lavender, and the opacity makes it hard to see, but you can make it 100% so you can see it better. See this too, 100%, 100%, and you can just keep on going. 100% and lavender. Last one, 100% and lavender. And there you go. Okay, so that's our second page. And then you keep on going to, let's see, the third page. Okay, third page. Oh, I'm going to have to unlock this. Copy and then paste. Okay, and same thing, we can just change this, so you can change all these to match just like we did up here. Okay, and then this, it's kind of a little misaligned, I noticed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select them. Let me see, is this locked? No, I'm going to lock it, and then I'm going to select these, and then I'm going to move it up. Oh, you see how I accidentally select? See, that's what happens. Oops. I accidentally select the background as well. So I can always do this really quickly. Or I could have just locked the background and also locked the white rectangle, and then I can select, but I find this is probably easier because then I have to unlock everything again. And then I'm going to move it up and try to align it with, because it was offline a little bit. So I'm going to leave it right. Let's see here, and then I'm going to move it down a little like that. So now I think everything is lined up. The one in Carmen's template were not lined up, so you have to double check. And it's like that for the other pages too, like my goals for this week, because it's basically this. You notice it's the same exact page, it's just the title is changed. The template is basically exactly the same, it's just the title is different. So if you want to do that, you can just, now that you fixed this, and you can also change all the colors to match your branding, you can just duplicate it right here and then change this to my goal for this week. Okay, and change all the fonts and colors and stuff like that, and change it to commercial use fonts. Now another way you can do this is you can definitely change this. Now, do you really have 16 goals for this week? Or even for this day, because she also gives you the one after is my goals today, and that has 16 goals for today. So we're going to just copy and paste this, and then we'll change this to today's goals. Okay, and let's say we're going to change this part. We don't need this. We're going to say we don't really need that, and I'm going to lock this I'm going to lock the background. Okay, I'm going to lock this background too. Let's see. Yep, I locked the background. Yep. So now I'm going to take this, group it. I'm going to move it to the right. And I'm going to move this a little bit. Uh-oh. Give me my numbers. Over, and I'm going to move this over. So then you can also do this, where this is in the middle. Let's see. Okay, and then you could also expand. Oh, let me see. Sometimes it's hard to select what's in this rectangle because it's locked. So select the line, and then you could also expand it out, like if you really want your goals to be full of the whole pages. And also, if you really don't have 16 goals, you can basically just I don't know why sometimes it doesn't let me select. I'm just trying to select a line. You can also just delete most of it, like ungroup this and then get rid of these. Maybe just get rid of some. I feel like it's too many. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit different by leaving 2 spaces for each goals. Okay, so then we're having more spaces for our goals. Okay, so let's see. So it's like 2, 3, 4, let's see, 2, 3, 4. Why is the 9 there? Like 1, 2, 2. Okay, this is supposed to be here. They're supposed to. I'm trying to add. Okay. 5, right? 6, and you should not be here. 7, and let me see. This could be. Oh, let's just delete these. Why is it so hard? It's not really Canva. I think it's more because this and then you also delete these, right? Because you only need this many, right? You only need this many, and then you change the line to match this. You could basically just keep on going if you want to do this. I don't know why this one became so big. Let's see. I'm going to take this and copy and paste it to here. Okay. And then this. Now what you can do is you can actually see this is what happens. Now I have to lock this again. And now what I can do is I can just delete this actually. And let me see if I can. Okay, let me just make these guys equals. It's hard to select. That's why you see me doing that. Vertically, I'm going to equally distribute the space between them, and I'm going to group them, and then I'm going to drag these down. So I'm going to select, I'm going to drag, and then I'm going to also just select one. And okay, so now you have that. Okay, so now you have definitely different. This thing is irritating me right now because those are not the color I want. Okay, there you go. So now you have a totally different. Center it, and you can also do this. Let's see, lavender, and this is going to be gray, right? Today's goals. Okay, so this is definitely different from her today's goals, right? This is hers, and this is colors right here. Okay, so that's how you basically change the and then you add the other elements. You add the other graphics that you got. So this you can add like a balloon right here. Several ways of doing it. You can do it like this, just add it like this. You can put it in the middle of your planner, and then what you do is you change your transparency so that's kind of light, and then you move it to the back so that's behind. Oops, to back, sorry. To back, come back here. Let's see, is it behind the line? Yeah, it's behind the line. You see that? So if you go front to the front, and this is backwards. So now the lines are going to be thicker in the front. Okay, so you can do it like this too. So now this actually is pretty good. And it's fairly safe for this graphic too, because it's not alone, it's not a standalone image, so it's harder to extract, and it's going to be ultra hard once you flatten your PDF. So this is how you would quickly modify the template. Okay, so I just want to show you really quick because my video tends to be really long because I just want to show you all the things basically. But this is how the basic of it is you can use a lot of different, this is not even a pattern that I created, right? It was just texture, and then I just combine them here and there to make it into a big pattern here. And then I add some graphic that was part of it, of the Clipart that I bought. So here you can just do the same, change up here, put a dress over here, or over here if you like, anywhere you want really, just to add a little more detail into it and a little more extravagance. And also because really I'm not so fond of this because it just seems like it's leaving some empty spaces. So what I would do is, and I would just say goal met, and then I would just move all of this. Let me lock it. I would just take all of this. Oops, you see this graphic is, the background is really big. That's why every time I select, it will select the background too, and then it'll move the background too. So to avoid that, you have to basically, and I'm gonna have to move this too, otherwise I'll select it. You have to lock it, and I'm not in the mood to be locking it right now. So now they are all lined up. So then you can put this here. I always like to, most of the time, put my graphic attached to something so that other people can't just extract it. So I like to put it here, or I might even edit this and maybe add some shadow to it. Let's see, is it adding a shadow? Yep. And then I can change the shadow to like some other cool color, like even this lavender maybe, right? You can see the lavender a little bit, and then make it a bigger size. It's kind of cute. So you're adding something on top of the dress, right? So that it's just not a standalone graphic. Let me see. No. Okay, and then you could hit apply. That is how I would do it if I were to use it as a standalone. Like, or somehow I just like to attach to something. Like I will add maybe a quote. Let me add a quote. It's never too late to start. Right, so it's a quote. We'll just do a quote here, and then I'm going to just align it a little bit like this. I'm sure you'll pick a better quote, and you'll probably have a better font. Like this, I will have it like, let's see, I can do like this, and then I would add like the dress underneath it or something so that it's attached. Oopsie, come back here. So that it's kind of like attached to it, so you see that. That's because the font is transparent. So let me just change it to something else. Right, so now you see I've added shadow. I'm attaching it a little bit to the dress, or I can even do this like that, and then I can have the text like purple, and then I can do effects where it's like this. Right, or I can do it backwards where this is black and then the effects is going to be right like that. Okay, so there. So you're adding a little, let's move this to the middle. There you go. So now this is also different. Just change this. It's driving me crazy because I don't want to waste time, but you get the deal. You just need to match this to your pattern to make it look like this. Okay, so then you keep on going, just adding a little more, moving things around. Like hers goals every week, the weekly goals, the daily goals, and the monthly goals are basically the same template. So you can basically change it a little up. Like this one is here like this, and then the today's goal we changed it up like that. Okay, so you can do a lot with this thing. So that's how you would edit your template, your basic template. And this is my finishing template right here. Okay, I'll show you quickly the whole thing. I kept it the same, but I added some elements from the graphic that I got. I added a little banner, garland, the notes. Here's the balloons again. So I just kept everything the same, but changed the color. And I add little graphic here and there. And here's the dress. You see how I attach it to this colored box, and the shoes as well. It's not a standalone on a white background. It's attached to this, and it's a little bit to the black on the bottom. So that'll be hard to extract if you flatten it, because people will try to find a way, like they they will find a way to extract, and if they're really good at it, delete all the backgrounds and stuff. But you as a buyer should try your best to keep people from doing that by flattening, by not putting the graphic as a standalone. And if you do standalone, because some you have to make it a certain size small, so that if a person extract it and try to make it bigger, it'll be blurry, so that it's it's no use to them if it's blurry, right? They can't really sell it or anything like that. So that's how you do it really quickly. Okay, so I hope you enjoy that tutorial. I really don't want to go too much more because it tends to get long. So I hope you get to work on your planner and get it into your store before New Year's, because people love to write down their goals for the next year. I write down my goals, even though most of the time it doesn't get done. But I like to do them and just reflect on how much I did and didn't do, basically, and how much I need to work harder. It's just like this. You see how she has a daily reflection, weekly reflection, monthly reflection, and they all have the same question. And you can change up by changing it, making a different question, adding more questions, rephrasing the questions. Maybe do a scale, like how happy were you with this, like a happy face. Okay, and here's an element. Let's see, happy face. Here you go. Here are some right here. You can actually do. Just put it here and go, well, are you happy? How happy are you with that? Well, somewhere. Let's see, we'll just put it here. Like, how happy were you? Were you sad? Let's see, sad face. Just giving you some ideas of what you can do by changing it up. Like, here's you say how did you feel about your progress for this week? Happy, sad, frustrated. Let's see, frustrated. And again, if you don't want to use this graphic, let's see, we can go to create a Fabrica and see emotion clip. Here we go. See, right here. It says planner stickers, but well, we are a planner, so you can just take these. I'm not sure if you can change the whatchamacallit, the colors of these little emotions, but you can just download these and then put them into your where is it, your planner, about like, oh, how did you feel today about your progress, you know. So do that, add a little more to this planner, because really she's just giving you the basics, an idea of how to use it, but you are able to, like, here you can maybe even make it, you can even date them all and put in the month. Like, you can just duplicate this for January, February, March, April, so you see, so you're offering more of what your customers don't have to do. Some people like their planner to be dated, so that's the other thing. You can also add a let's add a blank page right here. You can add a blank calendar. So let's see if we can go here and say 2023 calendar. Okay, so here's one right here. Just this one. You can add a 2023 calendar. Okay, and of course, this is template. You are allowed to use this template, but you can't just use it like this. You have to change this up. You have to change the font. You have to, let's see, you have to change the font, right? You have to change this. You basically have to maybe, we'll do this really quickly. See, I told you get over, because I like to just show you how you can do so many things. It's okay to use this template if you're comfortable with using it. Otherwise, you can also probably go to Creative Fabrica and see if they have a 2023 calendar template, which they probably do. And you can change this to white, and you can border, give it a border of maybe 1 or 2. And here you have it. Right, we go position it backwards or back, and here's your border. And now you can take this graphic right here. This graphic is, I think this one I just did one texture, one big humongous texture, and that's why I can just select the whole thing like that. So I copy this, and then I go down and I paste it, and now you have your 2023 calendar. And this you can change to purple. This you can make it bigger. 88, right? Let's see. Just remember to check and see if it's commercial use. Classic. I'm going to keep that. I know this is also commercial use. And you can also change, of course, every single one of these. Okay. Here, let's see if we can change this to something else like this, and then you change all of the font that are like this will be changed into the Allegria. So there, you basically change all that, and then you add your clip arts. You can do, let's see, this. I actually love this white balloon. There's something about it. You can add the white balloon like this. You can move it back. Oopsie, I always do that. Let's see why it doesn't go back. Is it back? No, it's still in the front. I want it to be. Let's see. Oh, wait. It's okay. I'll just make it a little smaller like that. And then turn it maybe. Like this is fine. So now you have a 2023 calendar that was not part of of Carmen's original template, right? Just move it up where it's at the beginning. What you can do is go to gallery, view, take this and then move it to the front or right here. Okay, so here you have the cover, the yearly calendar, and the New Year resolution part of it, the your plans, your goals, your habits for the year, and then all this, your goals for the week, for the goal, note, vision board, daily reflection. This we add, how do you feel about it, how you're doing, and then you add, and then we just basically got that. Okay, so remember, if you're going to use these templates, it's just to sell to your customer for personal use. You can't, like I can't sell it to you as a PLR. If I were to sell this calendar as a PLR, I would have to start from scratch. I would have to make it on my own to sell it to you, to sell it to use for commercial use, to put in your shop. But if I were to use this in my own shop for my customer to use for personal use, I can use their template. I just can't use their template as is. I can't just go, oh, plop, here it is, and here you go. I have to add, like, we changed the fonts, we changed the colors, we add the background, we put it in the borders, we add in the balloons. So it makes it ours, and now we can sell it to our customers to use. At least that's my understanding. Again, if you have trouble with that, we can just go here and see if there's a 2023 year, year at a glance, I believe it's called. And let's see. There, see here, it's right here is a year at a glance, okay? And you're gonna have to see if you can change it out a little bit. Here's another one right here. This is a 2022-2023. It's a homeschool mama planner, so it's a whole planner, but you want to find one that's actually just 2023 monthly calendar maybe. This is just each month, which I thought that would definitely be it, and or year at a glance. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking really close because I have this trouble. I have astigmatism, and I'm trying to wear these blue light glasses, but they're not helping me so much. That's why I have to go closer. And I think I just need to make my browser a little bigger, my text bigger, so I can see, so I don't have to go back and forth and cause you confusion probably by looking at me going, what is she doing? So yes, you can. Here's a 2023 yearly calendar, and it's for commercial usage allowed. Okay, so you can plop this into Canva, and same thing, you have to add to it. You have to still add your graphics and everything else to make it your own. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and of course I went over. I hope that helps you to get your planner ready and listed to go after watching me. And I'm sure it will take you less than 30 minutes since I just went everywhere. Okay, so this is the finished product. So I hope you have a good day, and I will see you next time.